Have you ever played the game Monopoly? If you haven't, it's a game where you need to get as many properties as you can and as much money as you can. If along the way you run out of money, you are out of the game. It's a kind of game that, well, there's a lot of people who enjoy playing it, but there are a lot of people who really don't like playing it. So much so that some people have vowed not to play this game anymore. Now, the reason people don't like to keep playing this game is sometimes our true feelings really come out in playing board games, but in this one in particular. You see, someone who's winning, well, they're being kind of greedy along the way because the point of this game is to get all the monies and all the property if you can. And, well, sometimes you can gloat, you can boast. And anyone who's losing and doesn't have much money doesn't feel good to be on the receiving end. It doesn't feel good to be losing money, and it might feel like things aren't fair. So that's the point when sometimes arguments break out and people get really upset. And so wisely, some people choose not to play this game anymore. I know this is just a game, but it can show some of the reasons why money and having too much of it or too little of it can be a problem. In the Bible, Jesus talked a lot about the topic of money, and he gave us lots of advice because people often argued and struggled with money. In Luke chapter 12, verse 15, he says, "Beware, guard against every kind of greed. Life is not measured in how much you own." Now, in a game like this, I can see that what Jesus said is great advice. Because remember, this game is about greed and getting it all. So if we're following the rules, we're not sharing our money. When we make trades, often we can be greedy and make only trades that benefit ourselves. And when someone lands on our property, we are immediately asking someone to pay up. When we're full of greed, though, there's always somebody that loses out, and then they don't feel good about the situation. And that's when our relationships can become broken and strained. If someone treated me that way in real life, I wouldn't feel very good about it either. Wouldn't it be nice if Monopoly had caring and sharing in it? I mean, maybe you could give someone a break when they landed on your property, or give a little bit of money to somebody in need. There are ways that you can make this game a little bit more enjoyable, and the game could be a little bit longer. And, well, there might not be one winner in the end, but in the end, all of you should have a better experience. Now it's up to you whether you choose to play by the rules of Monopoly or change them up a little bit. But when it comes to real life, I'm really glad that I'm not playing by rules like in a game of Monopoly. I'm really glad that I can play by the rules and instruction that Jesus has given us in the Bible, to be loving and to be caring. It also says in the Bible that God loves a cheerful giver. We should be caring, we should be sharing, and we should be guarding against greed.